Also at Thursday's Union City Board of Education meeting, Jose Falto, a board member of the Hudson County Schools of Technology, spoke out against the district's inability to obtain race to the top federal funding. Falto expressed that while no district in New Jersey was able to secure the grant in 2013, this recent development should be an eye opener at Union City since the school district has been regarded as one of the best in the country in recent decades.
Another thing that you seem pretty passionate about was the Race to the Top program. Could you just explain to us what that is?
Okay, Race to the Program is the federal grant that many districts in New Jersey applied for. Union City, as you know, has had the honor in the past, and for many years we all worked collaboratively to make Union City the #1 urban district in the state of New Jersey. You know that during Bill Clinton's presidency, he visited Union City because that's how advanced we were in technology. If you read a book by Bill Gates, which I have, he makes reference to people if they want to see a technologically advanced district to come to Union City. So we were all very proud of this accomplishment. But when I went online, and I like to, as you know, not only was I an educator, I am a board member for the Hudson County Schools of Technology. And for a period of time, I lived out of town in Glen Rock in my other life. And I was on the Board of Education up there for 6 years. So I'm very familiar with school law. I'm very familiar with policies. I chair many committees up there, and I've worked diligently. And I was concerned that in this particular grant, where, if I understand this correctly, the maximum score you could get to get the grant would be 160. But the score under the present administration, Mr. Sanger, and his assistants, Union City Board of Ed got 33, and the grant was denied to them. To me, that is embarrassing. To me, that is unacceptable, and I think someone needs to look what is happening to our district. Are we headed in the same direction we were prior to 1986?
Now, some board members seem to believe that, while obviously that's not a good thing, that this seemed to be standard procedure because no one else in New Jersey received this grant. So, I mean, what's your reaction to that mindset and that reaction?
Well, let me just say that the towns that were brought up, Newark and Elizabeth, I just think it's unfair to compare them to us. Newark was the first district taken over by the state of New Jersey back in the old days because of the mismanagement, because of the political corruption that was going on there, because they put poor test scores. And I'm familiar with that because I had someone very close to me who was the principal in Newark when the state took over. So I would not compare Union City. We were at a virtual takeover had it not been for the effort of Mr. Hyten and his staff back in the early 80s, Mr. Fred Carrick, and all of the other people that are involved, people at building levels that were part of curriculum committees. They kind of worked hard to turn this district around because we were close at that point to be taken over. After the state had taken over Newark, they took over Jersey City, and they took over Patterson. And recently, I believe they went into Trenton. I don't know, in fact, whether they just advisory position or that they went in there. But the fact is that Union City was very close. But because of the effort of the staff, the parental involvement, the administration, we were able to turn this district around. And I would hate to see it go back to the level we were prior to '86.
I'm John Heides, Hudson County TV, Union City.